When you're coming up with a story for a film, probably one of the first things you have to decide is the genre. And we're going to explore that in today's video. My name is Akshay, and this is What is genre? This applies to pretty much every art form. In the case of films, genre is any category of film that has its own set of distinct characteristics. Genre can dictate the kind of content and story structure a film has. Genre can also be a great way of telling the same story in a different format. For example, the Indian epic Mahabharata has been retold several times throughout Indian cinema. Examples include the mythological film Maya Bazar, the crime drama Kalyug, and the political thriller Rajniti, all different genres. To further understand genre, let's examine Goynar Baksho, written and directed by Aparna Sen. This film is adapted from the novel of the same name written by Shirshendu Mukhopadhyay. There will be spoilers ahead. Goynar Baksho blends two different genres, the period genre and fantasy. The film is set in East Bengal of 1949, so the yesteryears automatically make it a period film. Any genre informs so many aspects of the world of the film. In this case, the period genre informs several elements such as the costumes, production design, the language spoken, etc. The writer definitely has to keep these details in mind when describing the world of the film. Now, let's get to the fantasy part. This film is about Roshmini, the late matriarch of an upper class family, whose ghost ensures that her niece-in-law Somlata protects her jewelry box from her greedy relatives. The overall tone of a film usually determines what kind of genre the film comes under. Having a ghost in a story would usually categorize the film in the horror genre, as it deals with supernatural elements. However, in Goynar Baksho, the treatment of the ghost is done with humor and magic realism. Thus, it would be more apt to categorize the film in the fantasy genre. What I love about this film is how genre serves the story and elevates the themes of the film. As the film is set in a much older time, the social values and traditions of that time would be quite different from how it is today. Through the characters of Roshmini and Somlata, we see how a patriarchal, conservative society likes to control women throughout their lives. Roshmini is a woman who was widowed when she was just 11 years old, and according to the tradition of that time, widows had to lead completely Spartan lives withdrawn from the normal pleasures of the world. Roshmini lives her whole life as a widow, and her life is anchored in only the safeguarding of her wedding jewelry. On the other hand, there is Somlata, a docile and subservient woman who gets married to Roshmini's nephew. After Roshmini dies, her ghost appears and communicates only with Somlata. Roshmini trusts Somlata with hiding her jewelry from her relatives. The two women form a strange friendship, which leads Roshmini to encourage Somlata to take social risks and be a stronger woman. The family face a financial crisis, and this spurs Somlata to start a business. She borrows a piece of Rashmani's jewelry to raise funds for opening a sari shop. The sari shop is finally established, and as the story progresses, we see Somlata gain confidence as an entrepreneur and help bring financial stability to her family. Genre can allow one to create different kinds of rules, even outside a realistic setting. Being a ghost, Roshmini is able to travel anywhere, anytime, and she can even spy on people without getting caught. That's how she finds out that her nephew has been cheating on Somlata. Later in the third act of the film, Somlata gives birth to her daughter Chaitali, and Roshmini's spirit returns and communicates only with Chaitali. Jump to 1971, we see an adult Chaitali being a strong, independent woman who always has Roshmini's company. It feels as though besides Somlata and her husband, even Roshmini played a key role in raising Chaitali. The two genres of period and fantasy work well together to serve the story. The period genre establishes a world that is oppressive for women. The fact that a woman like Somlata trying to run a business in a sexist environment can still resonate with people today. The fantasy genre allows us to believe in a world where someone can communicate with a ghost. The fact that Roshmini is a ghost totally works as she realizes that she has not lived a full life and now, as a spirit, she lives vicariously through Somlata and Chaitali. Chaitali is probably the kind of woman Roshmini would have aspired to be if she was free from social barriers. And that's probably why Chaitali and a younger Roshmini are both played by the same actor. This film made me realize that genre is not just a device used to give certain characteristics to an entire film. It also allows the writer to convey story, character, and themes in a fresh, imaginative way. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Script Insight is thankful to the Script Room for their assistance in the promotion of this video. If you love cinema, please subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.